This is Clint of the Geek Dig Podcast, and you are listening to the one and only BS Podcast Network.
Hey everybody, it's Gary Anthony Williams, a.k.a. Uncle Ruckus, and I'm walking through a beautiful white neighborhood right now, and you about to get your ears full of magic our way with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. Oh, it's like angels is coming out of their throats. Beautiful, beautiful throats. Listen once, listen twice, and listen for the rest of your life. This is Uncle Ruckus, no relationship. See y'all later.
Jumbo, everyone!
Harambe!
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast. They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is the show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us today. We are on the search for the best nighttime Disney experience. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
And on the show, we follow the Disney concept of edutainment, where we focus on your entertainment, and along the way, you just might learn a thing or two.
Hey.
As always, to join in our discussion, we have our resident comic genius from ivorycomics.com, Mr. Eli Ivory. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing out there?
Yay!
All right.
We're doing great.
We're doing great. That's good.
Pip, it's so nice. And also joining us is our resident travel agent for Magical Moments Vacations, the Shaggy TA, Lee Lastavica. Sup, dude?
What's up, man? Hey.
What?
What is this? Is this Splash Mountain? What's going on?
Boy, that Uncle Ruckus intro has him feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, man.
You meant to say my ninjas, right?
I didn't say nothing. I was just like, hey, let me not say nothing.
Hey, that's a double negative.
Hey.
So that you meant to say something.
Yeah. Something.
something. Little something. No, man, I'm good, man. Just over here in pool owner hell. I'm having to drain my brand new pool because I can't get it blue. It's green as green, man. Like, it's worse than Splash Mountain water right now. So I'm having to start all over, man.
Did you shock it, Lee? And I don't mean by saying that, I don't mean did you get it naked.
Man, I have shocked that thing like five, 6 times. I've put the algae killer in there.
Lee's pool's got ick.
Yeah, I think it's like I found the cause of the coronavirus in Houston is
in your pool.
Yeah.
Ground Zero is his backyard. Yeah.
How unfortunate. Speaking of backyards, also joining us on the show, fresh off the boat with the Married to the Magic Kingdom, where he served as quartermaster. I guess today he's quarantine master.
Yes.
We have our very own Officer MOWICAN and MOWICAN social media master, Kirk Landry. How you doing, sir?
Hey. It don't sound as good. Kevin, is my audio bad? Did you just say I'm from the Married to the Magic podcast?
He did?
Did I say that, or did I say pirates?
No.
I said Married to the Magic?
No, you said like Marriotts or Marriotts or...
Myrna.
Yeah, Myrna.
Myrna to the Magic Our Way. Myrna. Is that what I said? I don't remember what I said.
Does it really matter?
It doesn't.
It's like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound kind of thing?
There it is.
This show brought to you by the Ruth's Chris Espresso Martini.
Oh, yes. That does look quite good.
Head down to your nearest Ruth's Chris and get one today because it's quite delicious. But anyway, Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you today. Make sure that you go to YouTube and subscribe to us, where you'll find more full episodes of this show, as well as our bi-weekly show, our bi-show.
Oh.
Called Cooking with Magic.
I was about to say, I'm learning something new about us today.
Yes.
I'm curious.
That's how it starts.
Lee's doing our bi-weekly show, that is.
Okay. Right on.
And just past weekend, you released another cooking video. What were you cooking up this time, sir?
So we finally released the Firecracker Duck Wing episode from Carthay Circle. That should be the one coming out probably around the time you're able to get this show. It was impressive, to say the least. It's probably the best thing I've made so far.
Wow.
It was pretty dang good.
It was really good. It was pretty dang good. I mean, those wings were good. That restaurant was incredible, but I think I did a very faithful recreation of the recipe on the show, and it was solid.
Is your family a big fan of this new segment now that they get to try all these new wonderful dishes?
Yeah, somewhat. My daughter mostly, because she's the taste tester. She's the official taste tester.
Ooh, the official taste tester of the Magic Our Way podcast.
And Patches is the unofficial taste tester.
Whatever falls on the floor, I see.
Yeah, whatever falls on the floor, he grabs it up, man. You see him in the videos a couple times here and there. So.
And with that, I cue Kirk Landry's tongue sounds. Okay, good. That's how good it is. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
That's how good Mrs. Landry's got it.
Yes.
She ain't going nowhere.
So make sure you head over to YouTube and get a lot of that.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. And look, guys, look, for today, man, we're looking for the best nighttime Disney experience in the parks, yes?
Yes.
I know that Danny and Kirk put this thing together and are heavily involved in the MOWICAN Tribe and some Disney fans. Can you give us a quick synopsis about what these fine people are about to listen to?
Yes, it was Danny and Kirk, but mostly Danny.
I won't argue that point.
No, basically what we're going to do, and what we did do, is we threw it out to the Mohicans to name their favorite nighttime activities to do in and around Disney. We kind of left off atmospheric entertainment, and by that I mean like just everyone's got their favorite little happy place in and around the Disney parks. I know for me at night, I love being by the subs over in Disneyland, right there, right by the Matterhorn. It's just a beautiful sight to me.
Yeah, mine's a Journey to Imagination bathrooms right there in the back. It's just so cool and relaxing.
I don't know if he's joking right now.
No, he's totally not. You can see his face. That's
for as much time as he spends in the bathroom, that's probably the most time he spends in the
probably
one spot.
Yeah, it's probably the best bathrooms. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's the worst bathrooms. Nobody go there.
No.
Oh, right. Don't give. Right. Yeah, terrible. Very terrible.
Yeah, well, and Kirk had pointed out the little, the sparkly, the fiber optic lights in the Epcot.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's another one of my favorites. But I mean, if you sit there and start naming the torches in and around illuminations, I mean, you'll be there forever.
Yes.
So just activities, things that you can actually do or see or experience, that kind of thing. So we whittled it down to 16 so we could do an elimination bracket and let the listeners vote on it and decide who's going to win. Because why should we take the hit on this one? We take enough hits on this show.
A lot of hits.
For our opinions. Why not let the listeners choose who's going to win and who's going to lose? So that's the idea behind this. The listeners have all voted. We've tallied up the votes. Well, SurveyMonkey tallied up the votes. Some kind of algorithm I sure as hell can't explain. But yes, we have results. We have a lot of people voted. We got results, and we're ready to get to them.
All right.
Results.
Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go examine those results. Hub, we're here at the Hub, man. This is our main segment of the show where we get to talk about a topic and take it in any particular direction that we want. And if I remember correctly, this one started out with an article in which Disney World was announcing they're scaling back theme park hours starting in September. And this led us to nighttime experiences, which people won't be able to enjoy anymore, at least not for now.
It was a conversation I think I was having with Eric and Richard on our MOWICAN Pleasure Island 33 page.
Ah, yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, you can interact with all of us over there. Yeah.
Well, maybe one of us. But yeah, we were interacting, and it came down to like, oh wow, there's a.
Would you say a plethora?
No, I would say there's none. Actually, there's no more. There's no more nighttime entertainment to enjoy. So why not an in memoriam for all these wonderful nighttime attractions? Because now the parks are shutting down. What the latest is? What, 7, 8?
Still daylight out. Yeah.
Lee, when is Epcot open to? Is it 7 or 8? I think it's 7.
Yeah, pretty much most of the parks are shutting down at 7, except for Animal Kingdom, who's closing at 5, and Magic Kingdom, I believe, is closing at 6. So I don't know how much more can you shave off that. We're going to start closing at 3 or like
lunchtime?
It's kind of like going to school.
Nooners.
Yeah, it's just like school hours. That's crazy. I mean, I guess if everything has a 5-minute wait, it's not, you can get a lot done before 3 o'clock, but still.
Yeah, generally, as you're moving into these slower times, you slash the ticket price and the park experience. Like, it's not like, come to Disney for half the experience at all the price.
Yeah.
It's generally like you hear, come to Disney for half the price.
And all the experience.
Yeah. Maybe they're just trying something new.
Yeah.
It's a word placement.
Yeah.
Right?
So that was the origination of the idea, and the listeners asked them to go ahead and throw out their favorites, and we collected them all, and we're going to do them in like a bracket challenge kind of thing. It's like that was the thing, is to take their answers, find 16 of them, because that's the thing with doing these bracket things. You're stuck into a specific number, 32, 16, and listeners, we're going to have this out on our website so you can follow along with it. But basically, if you're familiar with March Madness, Final Four, that kind of thing, it's basically an elimination tournament where each attraction goes up against one another, and the best one moves on until you work it out and there's only one standing. Make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, excellent.
All right.
Well, I'm excited because all the MOWICAN Nation or tribe actually put all this list together, and they got to vote on it. So this is purely by you guys, the listeners, and so we're excited to see what path you took us down. And just to be said, like I haven't looked at the results. Eli, have you looked at the results?
No, I wouldn't even dare try.
Lee, have you looked at the results?
I tried, but I couldn't get in.
Perfect. Kirk, did you look at the results?
I have not. I have seen no results at all.
No results from Kirk either.
Not even on his COVID test.
Oh.
Yeah. Happy COVID birthday, Kirk.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. We're recording
Thank you
this
so much.
on Officer MOWICAN's birthday, where he's the big 5-0.
5-0.
I'm how old?
I thought he was already 5-0.
Oh, is he 5-0? Are you 5-0?
5-0 last year when we went to Disneyland. We were there.
Oh, no, he's the big 5-1.
5-1.
So he's got 18 more years till he's 69.
No, because
Retirement.
he's a cop, so he's still 5-0.
Oh, so he's 5-0.
Yeah.
19 more years and he's 69.
69.
Let's run this into the ground.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, now we got our mindset ready for this bracket. Okay, I'm ready. I'm pumped.
Good.
Danny, I'm going to turn it over to you. Where do we start?
All right, so the first place we're going to start is in our first category, which was labeled lands and bars. And we're going to start with Trader Sam's in Disneyland versus Epcot World Showcase.
The entire World Showcase?
The whole thing.
Whole thing.
Trader Sam's. Easy.
You calling Trader Sam's, Lee?
Easy decision for this person.
I like the variety of drinks in World Showcase, but to have to walk that to get all the drinks,
Yeah.
I just enjoy just interacting with the cast members and sitting down on my butt at Trader Sam's.
I'm with you on that one. I love the end of the night. I mean, we did it practically every night where we just convened at Trader Sam's, tiki torches. I can't remember if the guy in the ukulele was out there.
I left my credit card there, so that was good.
Yeah, that's how good it was for you.
Yeah, that was a great night. But this is tough. Does anybody else have any definitive answers like Lee?
I would go with Trader Sam's as well.
I think I am too.
Yeah, like gun to head, I'm going to go with Trader Sam's on that because, yeah, Walking World Showcase.
I just love the tiki thing.
And they do the Lapu Lapu over
They
there.
got the Lapu Lapu.
Off menu. Before anyone corrects us, off menu. Bartenders know how to make it.
Yeah, they got mugs that you could buy.
Because I was going to say, yeah.
Cool cast members.
Cool souvenirs.
You're at the Disneyland Hotel. Kirk, World Showcase or Trader Sam's?
Are we giving our personal opinion or what we think is going to win?
No, personal opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, Trader Sam's.
Okay. If this was ours, the Trader Sam's would move on. But do y'all want to know what the listeners chose?
Yes, I want to know what the listeners chose.
The listeners chose World Showcase.
Really?
Wow.
World Showcase.
There's more to see.
More bang for the buck. I mean, you can enjoy your drink while wandering in and out of shops and whatnot. So I can see it.
A little more family oriented than Trader Sam's, would you say?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
No, I don't know. Maybe in some, who's getting into Frozen Ever After without a fast pass?
My thing is, this is supposed to be about the nighttime experience, right? So what is so special about World Showcase at night as opposed to, say, in the day? Is there really much difference? Is it that much better? I mean, there's obviously a different mood in any park at night than there's during the day, but is there something super special about going to Epcot World Showcase at night?
Yeah, drinking.
Well, you can drink during the day. Is it much better?
Yeah,
it's better to drink at night than during the day.
At 99 degree heat,
Yeah.
walking around with a drink in your hand is not as fun as walking around, trying different drinks at night. It's. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I mean, we have a jazz fest out here. I don't go. Why? Because I'm not. And some people, it doesn't bother them. God bless them. Not for me. To me, I'll have a couple of drinks while we're wandering around World Showcase. But in that intense heat, ooh.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I just drink anything in general other than water. It's a lot more enjoyable when it's not 100 degrees outside.
Also, I mean, I think the countries all look nice. The pavilions all lit up with with
all the lights.
The
way they have them lit. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, interesting. So they pick World Showcase. Nice.
World Showcase moves on, but I'm going to keep track of what we're picking and what they pick.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that
double
sounds good.
brackets.
Yeah,
Right,
double
okay.
double bracket.
Double rainbow. Double it up.
Double it up.
Double it, gum.
Last segment in our Lands and Bars category, Cars Land versus Pandora. Now, this was a good debate between Richard and Grubb. This wasn't much of a debate. It didn't really last that long.
Who shot first? Couldn't help it.
That little tree in the middle of the land that you rub, that shot first.
You gotta rub that spore real good now. Oh, that still kills me.
Yep.
You tell the captain there, quartermaster, that was still some good times when he covered the Pandora land. Absolutely,
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
All right, so anybody's got any thoughts on this? Cars Land, Pandora, quick thoughts before we get to the listeners?
I mean, I like the way Pandora looks at night, but God, I really want to pick Cars Land just because it's the exact town that you see at night that Lightning McQueen lit up and fixed everybody's fluorescent in the movie, and there it is. It's like right before your face. But
right before your face.
It is. But I mean, Pandora looks pretty cool too, though.
You know, it's
tough.
It is tough. It's tough. I ultimately would go with Pandora just because, like, you see Cars Land at night. It's beautiful. It's nicely done. It's a great representation of what you see in the film. Not that I ever really wanted to see Radiator Springs when I was watching the original Cars, but I mean, they did a really good job recreating it, and I really do enjoy that land. But as beautiful as it is, Pandora is just otherworldly. It's just something magical about it that, I mean, it's close, but I would go with Pandora.
I would push Cars Land over it just a little bit. I think Danny's right, like especially because of the new technology that they use with Pandora. It's very immersive. It's seamless, I guess is a good way to say it. Like you don't know really even what you're seeing, but you're like, wow, this is pretty nice. This is pretty incredible what I'm seeing. I think ultimately, like you said, it's close, but I would go Cars Land, edge it out a little bit.
Kirk?
Cars Land.
Cars Land.
Not the same reasons Lee just said. Just the feel that's there. The theming of it. You're walking down a road. You know, and then you see the vista of the I forget what the mountain range is called in the distance. It's just, I love it. I've never really had any emotional connection to Pandora.
No, I would have to say Pandora. I mean, it's an alien world, and definitely at night, that's pretty surreal looking stuff. To have the very combination of colors and lights like that, it's a pretty good use of the visual.
That's what I'm saying. Again, I walk into Cars Land, I'm impressed, but I'm like, oh man, this is as beautiful as it is. I don't necessarily get that magical in a completely different. I mean, Cars Land's pretty great in the day. It's even cooler at night. Pandora's in the day. It's awesome. But all right, so we've all voted 3-2. Cars Land moves on in the Magic Our Way bracket. But what say the listeners?
I bet you they say Pandora.
That's exactly what they say. They say Pandora.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Okay.
Moves on.
Wow, we are 0 for 0 right now.
0 for 0. All right, moving on to the next category: fireworks/parade. First one up: Disneyland Forever or Happily Ever After.
That's a good way. Yeah.
To me, it's Disneyland Forever, and it's not even close.
That's what I want to pick is Disneyland Forever.
All right,
I like that one.
Happily Ever After. I've seen it twice, and it just maybe it's the whole Left by Wishes. I don't know, but it's just never resonated with me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, man. If I had never seen Wishes, maybe I would like Happily Ever After more. But it's like, this is what replaced Wishes? Blah. Nah, I'll pass.
Blah.
Blah. Eli?
I'm good with Disneyland Forever.
Disneyland Forever, Kurt?
Sure.
Once again, I'm agreeing with Lee. You replaced Wishes with this? What? It's Wish. Disneyland Forever. Plus, I remember, and I think I told you this in the chat. Disneyland Forever. I remember we were standing on Main Street, and when Step in Time came on, you got the chimney sweeps dancing around you.
Yeah,
that was just awesome.
Yeah. So what moves on? Happily Ever After or Disneyland Forever with the listeners?
I'm guessing Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After,
wow.
really?
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I think some of these people have not been to Disneyland. Now, that may be part of the problem.
You're going to see a trend that exists here. It was funny to watch the votes as they poured in because you could tell the Disneyland park goers and the Disney World park goers by the responses. It was very interesting because you could see the individual responses as even though the overall numbers would kind of mix and match here and there, but it was very interesting.
It's like Tupac and Biggie all over again, man.
All over. All right. Fantasmic in Disneyland, not the Disney World version. Fantasmic in Disneyland versus World of Color.
Phantasmic in Disneyland.
Ooh,
That's the easy one for me.
I was gonna say I liked the aesthetics of them both, but yeah, I was gonna say Phantasmic at least tells more story, kind of gives you a little more bang for your buck, if you will. So yeah, I would go with Phantasmic, but I love them both. I think World of Color just kind of threw me off from when we had that guy on acid or whatever that was.
Oh yeah,
That
you're
was
talking about from the
The
other
dancing
podcast.
dude?
Yeah.
And the show had changed since the last time I'd seen it, since the original show that I saw.
I mean, World of Color is a cool concept, but I dig, the Phantasmic uses the water screens too, and I still like Phantasmic in Disneyland, especially.
I mean, there's a dragon, there's a pirate ship, but there's so much to see.
And with the meal deal, we got a cushy tushy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Who don't like
Right over there.
cushy
who
tushes?
doesn't like cushy tushies? Lee, Kirk, what did y'all say?
Phantasmic, Disneyland.
Lee,
Ultimately Phantasmic, but I really liked World of Color a lot.
Yeah, it was good. This is a tough one.
But you do have the people factor with Phantasmic and the actors, and they're doing their own stunts and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I think that will win it out, because World of Color is basically just water and lights, but it is pretty damn amazing. Head to head, I would go with Phantasmic for sure.
All right, and the listeners chose
World of Color.
no.
Okay, thank God.
We finally are on the same page as our listeners.
I was going for Bizarro pick, but okay, good. No,
The
that's
Mohicans
cool.
chose Phantasmic.
All
Good.
right,
Good
all
for you
right.
guys.
That's
Good for
right.
you
That's
guys.
right, people. That's our people.
claps, claps.
Yes.
All right, moving on to the opposite side of the bracket now.
Uh-oh.
Now we're going to look at the 4 attractions in this extinct category. The first 2 up, Paint the Night and the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Paint the Night.
Paint the Night, yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
Paint the Night. I haven't even seen it in person, but watching videos and watching your live feed, bingo.
That's what I was gonna say. I remember the feed that you sent, and that was like a cartoon come to life, pretty much.
One of the most amazing, and I'm not even a parade goer, and I was blown away having the time of my life sitting out there watching that. I couldn't believe how good it was. And I'd seen it online, and it was better in person. Way better. More than you could even imagine.
I mean, yeah, you got the argument of technology where you have the fiber optics versus the incandescent
Old school.
light bulbs. Old school. I mean,
That's
and
another
even
big-
still, the incandescents have some kind of warmth to their lighting. But I mean, God, it's just
Not
incredible.
close. I'll say something slightly controversial, I'm sure, with our listeners. But
Oh no, you?
in
What?
terms of parade soundtracks, Paint the Night.
Soundtrack. Oh, okay.
I mean, that Main Street Electrical Parade music.
Borough Hoedown.
Yeah, it was all right at first, and after a while, it's like the parade equivalent of Small World to me, and it's like, get this out of my head. Meanwhile, Paint the Night, I was humming that "When Can I See You?" that Wreck-It Ralph song.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had that stuck in my head. Lily and I would listen to it when we got home.
It's a good song.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Lee, Kirk,
I'll go Paint the Night.
Paint the Night.
100%. Yeah.
Kirk,
Paint the Night.
Paint the Night from Magic Our Way.
And the listeners say you are wrong.
What?
Main Street
Wait, what?
Electrical
They
Parade.
went for the classic, I guess.
All school. Okay.
Well, there again, I do think that probably what has a lot to do with this is it wasn't seen by as many people. I mean, I think if more people would have had a chance to see it, I think more people probably would have voted for it. It's a shame it never got to be in Disney World.
God, I hope one day, I'm going to see it one day.
I wonder if the streets are wide enough. You know,
In Disney World?
Yeah, in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, Magic
Could
Kingdom.
it make that turn like over that bridge in Liberty Square?
That's what I'm wondering. It's like,
Mac even, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's an issue with the route itself. I mean, wide maybe a bad choice of words, but for that path, there's areas where it gets tight. I mean, I don't know. I could absolutely could, but I think there's got to be a reason for it. There's got to be. I mean, anyway, this is one of my favorites: Wishes versus Illuminations in the extinct category to close
Oh,
this.
man, what the hell?
Well, it's a natural matchup.
I love them both, man. Illuminations. I'm leaning towards Illuminations just because I love it.
Look, Illuminations, and I love Wishes. I proposed to my wife overlooking the park when Wishes was going on, but Illuminations is just magical. I love the theming of it. I love the message behind it. I love the soundtrack. I mean,
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
yeah, I don't know. It's Illuminations. Oh my God, when the guy does the and all the lights go up,
yeah.
that's just such a great beginning. They've got you from that moment on, and then you hear the. Anyway, Yeah, Illuminations.
No, yeah.
No,
and it's no disrespect to Wishes for me. I mean,
No.
Wishes is a great show, but I don't know. I love Illuminations. All iterations of it, actually.
E?
No, this is tough. This is like having your wife and your favorite mistress in the same room. Like, who do you pick?
That's what a pimp you are. You got more than one mistress.
I said favorite. You got more than one?
Favorite mistress. Like, who's...
Well, there's only 7 days in a week, Lee. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And on the seventh day, God rested.
You got to rest. Even God had to rest on Sunday. Thank you. No, this is tough. You're right. Illuminations has a story, and it's got a presentation, and it's got the works. But I don't know. I'm sorry. I think it's sentimental for me being out there when Wishes comes on and you hear the little voice that just says. And then,
Mover.
Wishes, and then I'm at peace. Like I'm like, oh, I have felt the
Your
end
inner
of the
child?
night. Yeah, I feel the Disney magic right there. The little kid comes up and then the voice comes on. I'm sorry, and then you have the fireworks. You're like, yeah. So it's sentimental. That's the only thing that would carry me over. I know that's not.
No,
part of it,
there's
but-
nothing wrong. I mean, Illuminations sentimental to me.
That's legit.
Yeah,
That's a legit reason. No problems here.
This is close enough to where, you find your truth at this point because there's no wrong answer.
Yeah. No, it's tough. That's very tough.
Lee?
Here's the thing. As much as I love Wishes, the show itself, you can enjoy Illuminations a lot more comfortably. You're not crammed into the main street with 1,000 million other people.
That's fair.
With Wishes, if you want to not be crammed in like a sardine, you got to do the dessert party or something like that.
And there's a million different good views with Illumination.
Right. There's not really a bad spot in World Showcase to watch it. How much more easy it is to watch Illuminations and how much more comfortable you are, I got to go with that.
That's logical. It's pretty logical.
Yeah, very well broken down, Lee.
Kirk?
Well, Lee chose his on logic. I would choose mine on pure emotion. Wishes, hands down, without a doubt. That's it.
So we were two Wishes, 3 Illuminations? Is that sound right?
Yeah, Illuminations move on. It's a good thing we got an odd number.
That's cool. Okay.
All right. And what do the listeners choose, though?
Wishes.
You nailed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wishes.
Wishes.
The
That's it.
listeners unanimously chose Wishes.
Hey, quick aside. Where do y'all like to watch Illuminations? Like Lee just said where he likes to do it in front of Italy. Where do y'all like to watch it?
Oh, my God. I've watched it everywhere. Maybe my favorite place was Japan, just because I got two things of sake.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, there was nobody by that area. And, it was just gorgeous. And maybe because it was the last time I got to see it.
No shame on that with the sake, man. Look, I go by the refreshment port.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine why?
Refreshments?
Well, refreshments. And yes, the cronut is right there. It's being served right there. So I can enjoy Illuminations and have my cronut when it was served there at the same time. It was beautiful.
Interesting.
Eli?
No, I'm good. I'm good anywhere.
Parking lot?
Yeah. Anywhere I can see it, I can view it. I don't have like a specific.
Oh, Wishes. Yeah, you like watching.
No,
Wishes.
but I'm saying even with the Illuminations,
okay.
I've whatever the group that I've traveled with has stopped to look at. That's pretty much where I've been. So
Yeah, it's pretty much accurate too. Like Lee said, there's never a bad spot. So it's never like, oh shoot, we got to hurry up and get to Japan, or we got to hurry up and get to Italy, or whatever. It's generally like, oh, it's already started. Grab a spot around here.
I mean, Wishes I like to stay right in the center of everything and stare at the castle. But
Kirk, real quick.
Yeah, I pretty much don't have one. Just wherever you happen to be when it's coming on
Yeah,
spot.
a lot of people do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail. I was just curious because we brought that up.
It was a fun question.
It was really neat.
Cronut,
Dan.
But if you're talking about where to watch Wishes, where's my favorite? California Girl.
Yeah,
That's
a
an
good
easy one to
recommendation.
All right, last category. Again, 4 per category. We're going to start with the first 2. And this one's seasonal and outdoor. And the choices are the Boo to You Parade and the Osborne Festival of Lights.
Dang it.
Well, one you got to walk through. The other one you can stand there and watch.
I'm going to go with Boo to You because that is a beautiful. I mean, the grave diggers with the shovel, seeing the hitchhiking ghosts on the float. I mean, the music. Boo to You and you. Oh my God!
Ichabod, the headless horseman for me.
Oh, the headless horseman.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
I mean, that's freaking awesome. So I'm going with Boo to You as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I read the theme. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I mean, Osborne Festival of Lights is great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, we can go to Celebration in the Oaks and see kind of a similar style thing.
Lee?
Well, I'm going to give Osborne some love since it's already going to lose anyway. My thing with Osborne is that there's so much that you didn't see last time you were there. You know what I mean? Like things that you didn't notice last time. You know, like the Booty Parade. Of course, it's going to be not necessarily it's going to be 100% the same thing, but you're like, okay, Headless Horseman, check. You know, the Cadaver Dance, check. So you're just kind of checking off what's going to be on the parade, make sure you see it all. With the Osborne, you can kind of just go around like, oh, I've never seen that before. Did you notice this? Kind of like a Where's Waldo type of situation.
Find the black cat.
Right, yeah.
I was about to say, man, that freaking Osborne, I could never see the damn black cat. I could never find the damn thing.
Not supposed to, right? It's black cat at night.
But it's like a little Easter egg. I mean, you're supposed to be able to find it, but I could never find the damn thing. Everybody's like, hey, look, it's right over there. I'm like, where? I don't see.
What wasn't the origin of that? Is because the cat was part of their Halloween display?
Yeah, and it got mixed in.
And it got mixed in there.
Yeah.
I want to see the Osborne Festival of Halloween. Where is that? When can I see that? Because I mean, shoot, if they got so much of misplacing cats, and if they going by their Christmas stuff, I mean, they did pretty good. I'd like to see that.
Kirk?
Oh, boo to you, without a doubt. Come on, huh? Boo to you.
What?
So that's 4-1
4-1
on us. Okay,
Eli
cool.
voted.
Yeah, I was good with.
He went with Boo. He went with Boo.
I went with that.
All right. Lastly, Happy Hallowishes.
Wait, what did the listeners pick for that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mentioned they picked the
Boo to
parade.
you.
okay.
I really kind of thought it was self-evident.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Listeners did choose Boo to you as well.
Oh, well, good for them.
Which is funny because that is only the second one that we've actually agreed with the listeners on.
Yeah, interesting.
All right. So lastly, Happy Hallowishes versus the Electrical Water Pageant.
Happy Hallowishes.
Happy Hallowishes to you too. No, I'm going to go with Electrical Water
I'm about to
Pageant.
say I'm going with electrical.
Yeah.
That is a must-see. There's nothing better than being at Narcoossee's and then stepping outside on that deck on the water with a beverage, looking at it's me and my daughter's favorite activity. Like when we were putting together the the bracket, she said, "Daddy, my number one is Electrical Water Pageant."
Oh,
she loves the Electrical Water Pageant. It really is a special thing, and you almost feel lucky when you catch it. It's like, oh my God, it happened to be here, and look, there it is. It's right there. I mean, it's on a regular schedule. You can find out when it's going to be where, but I mean, yeah, it's almost like it's just something that you stumble across when you're on your vacation because you're so busy running from one thing to the next, and it's just like that extra magic where it's like, oh, this is so cool, and guessing to see what's going to come next as they light up. It's really cool. So yeah, Electrical Water Pageant for me all day.
no, I dig it because like wherever hotel I'm staying on that lagoon, you know, regardless of where you are inside, you hear it. You're like, hey, quick, let's go. So you either go to the window or you quickly run downstairs and go outside, and there it is, right in front of your face. Eli?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's cool views. I guess I just figured.
You went with Hallowishes?
Yeah, I went with Hallowishes. Yeah, like explosions, you know,
Boom,
lights
pop,
glowing, the
boom,
castle's changing colors, you know, you're tripping out.
Tased.
Everything's happening. You're like, where'd that come from? Hallowishes in your face. There you go. Wake up.
There's a lot of boom, boom, pop, pop, pop.
But I see what, I mean, I know I've been in the koozies and see things and it's chill, but yeah. Like boom, you're there. It's Halloween. All the colors right there. What you want? You want some more? Bam, bam. It's happening.
Look, I can't dispute it. I mean, look, people pay to see that show. So, I mean,
I like how, yeah, I didn't even have to do no cool analysis. I just needed effect. That's it. That's how excited I was about that.
You want to feel it in your chest.
Boom, boom.
let me see you say, well.
Lee?
As much as I love Hallowishes, and it's number one, it's different than you can only see it during Halloween, but you gotta get into the party to see it. Now, of course, you could see it, from outside the parks, but to actually, be there inside the park to see Hallowishes, you got to pay for the Halloween party to do that, So that to me is like, it's not something that everyone can enjoy to the fullest. I also think that Electrical Water Pageant has more of a nostalgic, classic Disney feel to it. I don't know how long it's been around, and maybe not since the beginning, but it feels like one of those old school type of entertainment things. Like they don't do things like Electrical Water Pageant anymore, if that makes sense.
You mean free stuff?
Yeah, that's what his argument was based around. What I have to pay versus I don't have to pay. I like to not pay.
That's true. But I mean, just the technology of it is very old school. It's just, a floating barge with some lights and some music, but it gives you a very nostalgic Disney feel. So for that, I get the Electrical Water Pageant wins for me.
Kirk?
Electrical Water Pageant. That's one of my earliest memories of Disney World, watching that with my parents outside of the park, waiting to get on the ship to go across the lagoon.
To second what Kirk just said, that's one of my earliest memories of Disney World as well. Walking into the park, bummed like it's all over. That I said there's no more. what's that? And then seeing it and like, oh my God, look at that cool thing out there in the water. That is the most awesome thing ever. And so I had that memory as well. So that's 4 for Electrical Water Pageant.
I believe so, yes.
1 for Happy Hollow Wishes.
Yeah.
All right. So who do you think the listeners picked?
Electrical Water Pageant.
Hollow Wishes?
Hollow Wishes.
What?
Wow.
Listeners picked Hollow Wishes.
Interesting.
You know what? So I was kind of worried because I was like, if Electrical Water Pageant goes up against Main Street Electrical Parade, it's like, man, that would be something to judge.
I want that one. Oh, yeah.
I was like, light versus light.
I want that pairing.
Light bright versus light bright 2.
Light bright too.
So now this is going to make it harder to do because now we're down. So now we've pared the list down from 16 to 8. So it's going to be a lot harder for us to do because we basically disagree with the listeners on just about everything except for 2. So all of our brackets are going to be different than all of their brackets.
So do we have a chance of ending up where the listeners ended up as the overall champion? Like, did their champion make it in our list?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying as well.
I mean, we're taking 2 different paths.
Two different paths, but do we
place.
get to the same? Yeah. Yeah,
It's-
that's
Is it possible?
It's not even possible.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not even possible.
Oh,
Interesting. Well, let's do it. Let's see what this round of 8 looks like for them versus the listeners.
Okay, so let's start with the listeners because this is mostly going to be driven by the listeners. And there's really not going to be a whole lot of discussion behind this, but let's go along with this anyway. All right, so the listeners had to choose between World Showcase and Pandora because those were the 2 that advanced. Which one do y'all think that they chose to advance and which one y'all have chosen?
I'd pick Pandora.
I'm going to guess they picked World Showcase.
Yeah, I'm guessing World Showcase for
That's
the,
what y'all guessing they picked. Would y'all think personally, would y'all go somewhere different? Kevin, you would?
I would pick Pandora.
You would pick Pandora personally. I think, that's tough. I can't tell if I'm answering Pandora just because I'm so used to World Showcase.
That's fair.
Like, I'm so, because Pandora is still a relatively, especially at night, like, I'm used to experiencing it during the day by now. But at night, I've only done it, twice.
Are you talking about the uniqueness of it?
The uniqueness, and then it's just that need to go in there.
But is there more for you to see and do in Pandora as opposed to World Showcase?
I mean, World Showcase right now, Ratatouille's coming, has 2 attractions. Pandora has 2 attractions.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll stick with my guns. I'll go World Showcase. I think they picked that.
All right. So I think they picked World Showcase. I would pick Pandora. Again, I think the difference between World Showcase during the day and World Showcase at night, and the difference between Pandora in the day and Pandora at the night, the bigger difference is Pandora at night.
Ooh, that's a good
It's
argument.
the most improved from day to night. And that's why I would go with Pandora personally.
That's a very good argument. But
But is it most improved just because during the day it's just like meh?
Maybe, but we're talking about nighttime experiences, so
This has to be.
that's the argument. If which is the better nighttime experience?
quality argument, I would say. Man, that's swaying me a little bit. I just don't like the fact that I always got to go to the same place to grab a drink when I'm in Pandora, and I'm pretty much done exploring it in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to go with World Showcase.
Okay. Kurt?
Personally, I'll go Pandora. Audience, listeners, I'll tell you what, World Showcase.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not going to keep track of how we voted on this
No,
one
that's
because
fine, that's fine.
we're already
Yeah.
now we're into the multiverse.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Mountain.
All right. So the listeners chose World Showcase.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, interesting. Yeah.
You know our people.
All right.
All right. So for our little subset, this is not having anything to do with what the listeners chose. This is our little alternate reality.
The Magic Our Way universe.
Magic Our Way universe. It would be Trader Sam's versus Cars Land. What would y'all choose?
Trader Sam's.
I'm sure you're
Right
going
there
to take
with
Trader Sam's all
What
day.
would we choose?
Yeah, what we choose.
Yeah.
This is our thing.
Yeah, Trader Sam's. The nighttime experience of chilling out and drinking with my boys, that I would always
Oh,
trump.
yeah, no, it's
I'm
fine.
with you. I can ride Radiator Springs racers in the day.
Yeah.
There's not much in the way of food and drink over there that I'm going to go nuts about.
I mean, we don't have to fight Carl
No.
from Die Hard during
Yeah.
the day. So that's always good.
yeah.
Kirk?
It's Disneyland all night.
I'll play along. I'll go Trader Sam's just because at the end of the day, that is a very chill spot to be. Even if you don't, like me, actually drink alcohol, you can still get a nice drink and relax and get off your feet and chill.
Cool.
All right.
All right, next one.
Going to the next bracket. Okay, now back to the listeners.
Okay, yes.
Back to the listeners, the Mohicans.
Happily Ever After versus Phantasmic. What do you think they chose?
They probably chose Happily Ever After.
He's going with that Walt Disney World
Yeah,
conspiracy theory.
I'm going to bet they did. And then you know me, I'm going Phantasmic way over. I don't care for Happily Ever After at all.
I would think they'd have to go for Phantasmic.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think they will.
Mickey's in there. All your characters are in there. Somebody,
The
they
same.
love their characters.
But did they see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Kirk, what's your vote?
Personally, Phantasmic, of course. I think the listeners went with Happily Ever After.
You think the listeners would happily ever after? Lee says happily ever after. Kevin, you're saying the
Phantasmic.
listeners said Phantasmic.
Phantasmic,
And Eli, you're
Phantasmic.
saying the listeners said Phantasmic.
Yes, sir.
Eli and Kevin are right.
Interesting.
What's that?
The listeners
I mean,
chose
huh?
Phantasmic.
What's happening? Whoop, whoop. As the wildest Jim as the wild.
I guess they don't like Forever After as much as I do either.
Well, they got all your people in it. I mean, you know, if there's a character that you like, they're in there. I would.
Yeah.
That's what I
No,
would feel.
I understand. I was expecting different for sure.
Okay, can we just knock this out real quick while
Yes,
we're at
yes.
it?
Absolutely.
Disneyland Forever or Phantasmic, guys? Our alternate reality.
I'll go for Phantasmic.
I'm going for
I'm
Phantasmic.
I'm Phasma.
I'm going for Phantasmic.
Thank you, Fab Five Freddy.
I couldn't get it out.
We know what you meant.
So Phantasmic moves on for us as well. And so now we're down to just two on the left-hand side of the bracket. For us, it's Trader Sam's and Phantasmic. For the listeners, it's World Showcase and Phantasmic. So we're evening out a little bit. Evening out. All right. We're going to move to the opposite end of the bracket. We've got one matchup in the extinct category for the listeners yet to choose from: Main Street Electrical Parade or Wishes.
I'm so glad you're keeping up with this, Daddy. Thank you. I'm spinning right now.
This is testing the limits of my ability to be able to keep multiple charts in
Sir,
front of
you
me.
are
and-
doing some serious juggling right now. Can I
yeah.
say that? Okay.
All right, so I think the listeners would have picked. I think they would have picked
Wishes.
wishes. I think listeners picked wishes.
Wishes.
All right.
Go on, wishes.
Other gentlemen, Kirk, Lee.
I think the listeners will choose wishes. If we're talking about what we choose, I would choose wishes also.
Wishes and wishes. Okay, Kirk.
Wishes. Always wishes.
Wishes and wishes.
I
For you.
wish that they picked wishes.
They picked Wishes.
Hey, all right.
All right, going to our alternate reality
This is the
extinct
host
bracket.
The host universe.
Our
okay.
host branch off.
Okay.
Paint the night or Illuminations.
Paint the whole.
I know, right?
I want to say paint the night, but my tongue stopped me.
I have to go. I have to go with Illuminations. Only because
I am going to say the same.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I'd rather fireworks over a parade, though, for the most part. That's just me. And I might be from living here.
I think it's the same way.
I'm with you, but I'm going to go with Paint the Night because it's just that damn beautiful. Because when you think about when you see the Illuminations, you're pretty far away because everything's happening in the middle of the lagoon and up above your head. You're right there. You're right there looking up at that.
It's all up in your face.
Yeah.
That's fair. No,
Looking
that's
up at
fair.
those characters, looking up at Slinky Dog, looking up at Mac. I mean, it's
Incredibles, all that.
awesome. So I'm going to go Paint the Night on.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger and go paint the night too.
All right, so 2 Paint the Nights, 2 Illuminations. Who's the tiebreaker, Kirk?
I will paint the night, y'all.
All right, paint that night,
look at
Kirk.
that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Paint it.
All with
Oh,
the paint.
lay it out. Just lay out all the color. Put down all the
All the
gesso.
paint. All the lights.
That's it. Don't even need the canvas.
Tinkerbell hanging in the air.
All that. Hang it, Tinker. Hang it.
Hanging back to the listeners here.
Listeners,
All right, in our seasonal outdoor, last category for that, they have to choose between Boo to You and Happy Hallowishes. Which way do you think they went?
Ooh.
Halloween fans be damned on this one. One's got to go.
Yeah.
I say boo to you, and boo to you for both me and the listeners. Boo to you, boo to you.
I would say that they picked. That's tough. I would say they picked Happy Hallowishes.
Wow. All right. I didn't know you had such love for Happy Hallowishes.
I'm just going for the boom boom factor.
Boom,
That's
boom,
what
boom.
I'm going for. For the boom boom room. Raise boom boom room. That's what we're going for. Boom.
Bam. All right. Kirk.
Boo to you. And you, and you, and you.
Happy Halloween. Lee.
I'm going to hope that I'm in line with the listeners and that they will choose Boo to You Parade. I think between these two, there's probably like everyone's got their little favorite part to the parade, whatever that may be. So they always look forward to that particular part of the parade. So boo for me, boo for the listeners.
And the listeners say boo to you too.
All right.
Hey, we got it. Yes.
They got that one.
Damn, I figured it was somebody who was adventurous.
We in sync.
Tried to pick that.
In sync.
Damn, I was off.
All right. Now it comes to us, our alternate universe.
Host universe. Here we go.
Seasonal outdoor, boo to you or electrical water pageant.
Oh, Boo to You Parade.
Nah, I'll go pageant.
I'm gonna go. Oh man, that's tough. So Lee says boo. You say pageant.
I'll do boo.
Say boo.
It hurts me though.
This is
Well, if it hurts you, why are you picking it?
Because if I said the other thing, it would have hurt me too.
Well, that's a lot of pain you got going on there, Kev.
It is.
a lot of pain behind them eyes.
Damn, bruh. Hey,
This is harsh because it's tough to be objective on this.
It's tough to be a bug too. Well, I guess like you said, I mean, right? You have your viewpoint from one, your vantage point from watching one, and then the fact that it's nobody's, parade on water, right?
That's why I'm going to go to an electrical water pageant, because it's the idea of being able to just relax, sit there, knowing not too many people around, have a drink, and just chill, watch it with my daughter, and be happy. I remember last time we watched Boo to You, elbow to elbow with people. You had to stake out your spot early on. I mean, you're in a sea of humanity. And as nice as it is, you're like, oh, shoot, now how do we get out of here? So it's cool, and I've seen it multiple times, and I do enjoy it. But there's something still more special about electrical water pageant to me, personally. So I'm going to stick with that. The pressure's back on our tiebreaker, Kirk Landry. And I know where he's going.
No. It's good to be bad. It's good to be bad. To laugh about the very scary fun that we had. So how was Boo to You? I just sang a part of the parade song. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was writing down Boo to You. Would you pick?
He picked Boo.
I know.
Boo to You.
I knew
I'm sorry.
I mean, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Boo.
Look at his tattoos. Come on.
He picked Boo.
Boo.
All right, so Boo to You moves. And I have no problem with that.
Yeah,
actually, I really don't.
I would have been okay with either one, to be honest.
Yeah, I would as well. From just the sheer majesty of it, Boo to You, there's just so much more going on, but there's something serene and special. There's something to be said about, as Ramon put it in Cars, low and slow.
There you go. I went for the heart. I went with the heart on that one.
How many other parade soundtracks feature a lyric from a Johnny Cash song? Ghost Riders in the Sky. Happy Halloween. I just love that song.
I like how he dropped the mic there, like all of us know who the Johnny Cash songs were. I don't know that. I'm not that I have a problem with Johnny Cash. I'm not that. I don't know his lyrics.
I mean, if that was the Folsom Prison Parade, I guess that'd have been different.
Folsom Prison Parade?
There's a parade for a boy named Sue.
Ooh, he looks like fresh meat. Parade over here, young boy.
Come on now.
You can join me in solitary.
Get all the confinement.
That's right.
I know you're over 50, Kirk, but we grew up in the 90s. Johnny Cash was covering Nine Inch Nails songs when we first heard of him.
Oh, and it was so good, too.
All right, back to the listener universe.
Back to the listener universe.
All right, what we got?
So the listeners had to choose, and they had to choose a tough one here. They chose between World Showcase and Fantasmic. What do you think they chose?
I think they chose World Showcase, but
I think they did. I'm not sure that's the right choice.
World Showcase listeners, Fantasmic me. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, World Showcase is classic, so I would figure they would go for the classic, but I would go for the Fantasmic.
So you're saying listeners World Showcase, Eli Fantasmic.
Yes, sir.
Lee?
Exactly. Ditto.
Gotcha. Kirk?
Same thing. World Showcase listeners, Fantasmic me.
Y'all don't know our listeners. They chose Fantasmic.
Yeah, good for them.
Well, I'm good with that.
Well, hey, I'm sorry for doubting them.
Should have had more faith in them.
Yeah, I figured they were going for the classic, experience. Okay. No, they went with the characters they love. I should have stuck with my first argument.
I'm happy they did that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And now our universe, the host universe?
Our universe, our choice between Fantasmic is Fantasmic and Trader Sam. I know.
Drinking or a show?
Drinking or a spectacle?
Man, this ain't fun anymore.
All right, I'll be the bad guy. I'll bite the bullet first. I'm going to go with Fantasmic. It's a pirate ship. They're swashbuckling and fighting with swords, and then the princesses and the characters.
Dragon.
Stunts. And Mickey's got fireworks shooting out of his hands, water screens. I mean, it may not be drinking, but it's like an acid trip.
Yeah, I do all that in the bathroom stall, though.
What? All that with the
water screen?
Yeah, I'm sitting there. Splash.
I picture him doing that every time he's peeing, too. He's like swishing it.
Janet comes in like, what the hell? All this piss doing all over the floor and the wall.
The guy in the next urinal is, hey, what?
I'm conducting myself.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're in the splash zone.
We're shooting straight from the air and going back and forth, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great. Your imagination, face, neck, and chest.
What kind of dining package I got to buy to get into the Kevin's Piss-tastic?
No, please. Get rid of dining. Just what kind of package?
That's it. Actually, you need a raincoat though.
Actually, Lee, it's more like, what kind of dinner can Kevin buy you to get you?
Yeah, you gonna earn that meal that day.
No, there's truth there.
And Val's never coming back to the show because now he knows we're going to ask that question.
Oh my god,
That's right. All right, who hasn't answered yet?
I've answered. I said Phantasmic. You.
I started singing. I'm doing what was the choices again?
Trader Sam's and Phantasmic.
Phantasmic. I'm doing Phantasmic
Okay.
too. Disneyland, especially because it's Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a thought and I lost it after that whole little skit there.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. You did the singing and everything. I mean,
Yeah, one day I'll demonstrate it.
not tonight.
No, y'all going on beach
All right.
tomorrow.
No, it's
okay.
Thursday.
Okay,
It's
I
Thursday.
don't have a drop cloth or anything. That's so tough though because all right, the thing for me it comes down to is who you're with at Trader Sam's. So, but yeah, it's fantastic. It's a freaking show. Yeah,
It's a spectacle.
exactly. You can't.
Hey, it's a freaking show, huh?
It's a show. The people are swinging and
freaking
everything.
show.
I mean, this dragon's.
Yeah. Lee?
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement. I mean, eventually Trader Sam's is not going to be a winner for me, so this is a good one for it to die to. You know, at least it fought a valiant battle.
It
but
did.
It did.
It's hard to beat Phantasmic.
Kirk?
It's fantastic.
Oh, so we
Yeah.
all vote Phantasmic.
Yeah.
All right, so Phantasmic moves on for us. So just like the listeners, Phantasmic is the winner of the left-hand category and moves on to face the challenger in the up-and-coming category here
Yes.
between
Yes.
Wishes and Boo to You. This is the listeners' version. The listeners had to choose between Wishes and Boo to You. What do you think they chose?
I think they chose Wishes.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think they chose Wishes.
Yeah, me too.
3 for Wishes, E?
Yeah, I go for that.
4 for Gore? Okay. Listeners chose Wishes.
Okay, good.
Hey.
There you go.
Setting up a final showdown for the listeners between Phantasmic and Wishes.
All right, and what about our side?
Okay, we have to choose between Paint the Night and Boo to You. And this isn't even hard for me. I'm going to go with Paint the
Paint
Night.
I'm
Tonight.
doing Paint the Night.
Paint
I
tonight.
would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm writing it in.
Sweet. So now we're at the final pairing.
All right. 2 championship matches in a row.
Okay.
Listeners go first. Phantasmic or Wishes? What did the listeners choose?
Gotta choose Phantasmic.
You guys saying Phantasmic?
Gotta.
I think the listeners did Wishes.
You think listeners did Wishes?
Yeah.
Kirk?
I'll take the listeners go with Wishes.
Lee?
I think the listeners probably did Wishes. They're going to have a little more loyalty to Walt Disney World.
All right. The listeners chose Wishes.
Hey, all right.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Overall, the listeners believe that the best nighttime Disney experience is
Extinct.
Wishes. And what does that say? That
It's a good show.
it's a great show, but
Yeah.
I mean that it's just fireworks and music. I mean, there's no projection mapping. There's no animatronics like with the dragon, and there's no boats.
There's something to be said about an emotional connection. There's something in the way it makes you feel, being there with your family, the way it makes you feel inside, the way the music and the tone of it resonates with you.
It's the end of the day. You're holding your kid on your shoulders, or they fell asleep in your arms.
You're with your partner, and you got the boom, boom, pap, pap.
Bam. You're holding them tight.
And that's the thing, and Kirk nailed it. That's what it is. The sentimentality is sometimes simple is better. There's a whole generation of people who grew up watching the show with their kids. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I think it's a worthy. It's sad. It really is sad that a show that's no longer around is considered out of 16 other available, and maybe of these 16, 11 are still active, and of that 11, an extinct one came out on top.
I mean, it's a classic. There's no argument about that. I didn't expect that to win. I really thought with all of the characters and everything that would have pulled it off. I really did.
What's funny is that there's going to be a time where the Disney podcasters in the future won't be able to make that distinction because they have no idea what Wishes was about anyway.
That's true.
So they'll be saying the same thing about, say, Paint the Night. It's like, oh, that classic extinct attraction.
They'll be watching it online, and they'll be like, "Oh, where's the projection mapping? Where's the stuff on the castle? Where's
Where's the drones?
Yeah, where's the drones, man? Send in the drones."
Where's the VR?
Yeah, where are the cyborgs? Where are they?
We're the X-Men. All right, so ours.
All right, so now that the pressure's off, pressure's back on for our championship matchup between Phantasmic and Paint the Night.
Paint the Night. I'm doing Paint the Night.
I'm going Phantasmic. I'm sticking to my guns all the way through. If I lose on 2 championships, hell with it.
I would go with Phantasmic also, but I have not experienced Paint the Night. I've only seen videos and again Danny's live feed. So
That's all I needed, man.
It's every bit as fabulous as it appears.
Like, I remember when I first saw a video out of Hong Kong Disneyland and they had Paint the Night. I was like, holy guys, check this out. And I sent it to y'all. I was like, check out this freaking parade. That's all I needed. I haven't even seen it in person, but it's amazing to me.
No, there's no doubt about the artistry of it.
I'll give you another reason to choose Paint the Night, because I haven't made my choice yet. But I will say this. One thing, the one bummer about Phantasmic is you're in Disneyland. There's no drinks to be had. You can't just sit there with a cocktail and enjoy the show. Paint the Night, we sat there right in front of...
The wine place?
Oh, no, not the wine.
The restaurant.
The restaurant.
Cathay Circle.
Cathay Circle,
Cathay Circle, sorry. Cathay Circle.
Cathy Circle.
Yes.
I think I used to work with somebody by that name.
Cathay Circle, Cathay Circle. Okay, sorry. Okay.
You say Phantasmic, you say Paint the Night.
I said Paint the Night.
Lee, Kirk, do you all have strong feelings on this?
I need a little perspective from you. One thing that was a bummer to me about Phantasmic was I was not comfortable with the seating. Even with the little cushions, still kind of sitting on the ground type situation. Didn't you guys have chairs? Did y'all do like a VIP type situation?
We did the Paint the Night dining package, and they had chairs lined up right in front of the restaurant for us, and it was wonderful.
But there is some type of thing where you can get seating for Phantasmic. It's not the dining package or something else. Because if you remember, there's
we had that. We had the dining package. We had our own.
No, we did. But I'm saying like there's also a set of chairs over to the right that is for some kind of VIP something that I'm not really familiar with. That's why I'm like,
the high level pimp package.
Yeah,
right.
But if it's something to where you got to pay extra for a seat, like it's one thing if you got to pay for dining and then you have your own area and then you get to sit someplace. Like it didn't cost us anything extra. All we had to do was eat at Cathay Circle, and we got our seating. We ate at Blue Bayou, so we had our seating for Phantasmic. So yeah, I think just that in of itself. I don't want to have to pay $100 and something for a chair.
Right, but same thing then for Paint the Night though. You didn't pay extra. You just did part of the dining package, right?
That's it. Well, didn't have it. We did the package. Yes, there's no dining.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, whatever it was. But you said I'll eat at this restaurant for seats to the Paint the Night parade. Then we said, well, we'll eat at Blue Bayou to get seats for Phantasmic, but those seats were not really comfortable. You're still sitting on the ground on a little cushion.
We got the tushy cushion.
Tushy cushion.
Yeah,
that wasn't great.
That was not great.
No, but we're like 6'3" and it was kind of
like
tough.
250. So it's like I needed 2 cushions for that.
I don't know, but once it got started, I mean, there were slow parts. But once it got started, I forgot that I was basically sitting on like an inch of foam. It's your decision. That's tough, though. I mean,
it is tough. Yeah, I think that I'm going straight from the gut. I'm going to go with Phantasmic only because parades just don't do for me as much as the show does. But god dang it, that's tough. I still got to go Phantasmic.
You know what? I'm going to go with Paint the Night, just because of how vibrant, how much that came. Like I don't like parades. I'm not a parade goer, and I love that. If you said there's one thing you could do tonight, it's either Phantasmic or Paint the Night. I'm doing Paint the Night. Gun ahead if you force me to, because they're both great shows. And again, maybe it's something to be said because I've seen Phantasmic. I haven't seen it that many times. I haven't been to Disneyland. I mean, I've been there 3 or 4 times at this point in time.
So the novelty is almost equal.
The novelty is almost equal. I mean, it's a slam dunk that you would do Paint the Night because once as compared to 2 or 3 times. I can't remember how many times I've seen it at this point. But it's not so much to where it's like, I need to do Paint. No, I'm doing Paint the Night.
Can I throw one more thing at you, maybe? So, Phantasmic, right? We know it's a nighttime experience. But you also know that you can at least see the scenery of it during the day. Kind of like, go in the background, right? Where you're by the island, right? So you kind of get like a behind the scenes thing. You don't really get that experience with the parade. So you got
you're walking down the exact same path that the parade goes down.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Eli's just being sentimental for his rock.
Yes.
Why you had to do that to me, Kurt?
Jabroni?
Look, I found peace on that rock. Don't do me like that. But just saying, that would have like a double experience. You got a little behind the scene thing to it.
It was cool to be like, this would be about where Mickey stands, and oh my God, look, that's probably the trapdoor thing. No, that's cool, but no, that parade is just alive. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, That parade is just, it's like a million flat screen TVs, like in this crisp color, like just perform for you. It's I don't know how to put it.
That's pretty good.
I'd love to see a million flat screen TVs perform for me.
I would love to own a million flat screen TVs
like
that
they're
perform for me.
Shapes and they're people and they're animals and trucks and
It's a tough call for you.
it
right?
is.
It's a tough call.
That was painful to come up with, but I'm going to go paint the night. So, in true Magic Our Way fashion, two hosts, we're tied up. Kirk, break that tie.
What drama?
On your birthday, make the last call.
What up?
Last call is mine. I love the pressure. No pressure. I eat pressure for breakfast.
Take your time now. Take your time. Fantastic. All right, take your time. Think about it.
Searching my inner Kirk.
Your internet.
We don't have time for you to touch in to Kirk.
Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't know that made it or not, but so
And boom goes the dynamite.
boom.
I would say Fantasmic.
God.
Boom.
That's obviously the COVID symptoms are getting them. Go get yourself tested.
That boy genius. 51. That boy still sharp. There you
No,
go.
it's a good choice, man. I love it.
It is.
They're both tough.
I think that one is probably should have won. In fact, I will say this: of all the ones that got the most number one answer votes, Fantasmic easily, clearly
Interesting. Okay.
You talking about from the listeners?
from the listeners.
Oh, okay.
Fantasmic
Cool.
got the most number one overall votes. It's just that as it went on, like the people who loved it, and then everything else after that tapered off, and it was more towards the end, as y'all put it, more towards the
Walt Disney World side?
Disney World voters coming in there. And Wishes, now don't get me wrong, Wishes and Main Street Electrical Parade got the exact same amount of votes, and they were only like 3 or 4 off of Fantasmic. But they also scored high on number 2, number 3, number 4, whereas Fantasmic scored high at number 1, okay at number 2, and just kind of trailed off. And had more the lower votes and the higher votes. So with the algorithm that Survey Monkey set up, and if we were smart, we should have let Richard Hirsch do this. I'm sure he would have had a better system to calculate these figures here. But with that algorithm, this is what Survey Monkey said the numbers added up to.
Well, that's democratic. That Survey Monkey.
Survey Monkey.
Now, I have a question.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Kirk has a question on his birthday.
Let's switch the Disneyland version off of the Disney World version. Think the outcome's still the same?
What, Fantasmic?
Yeah.
Phantasmic goes down in like round 2 at the best from Walt Disney World.
I think so.
I'm with
That
you.
show was just that good.
It's much better. It originated at Disneyland. It's much better set in that land.
Pirates.
Pirates, Tom Sawyer's Island, Rivers of America. It's not even close.
It's engulfing.
All right, so now that we've done with all the elimination bracket stuff, I thought we should go ahead and at least go through the list. Bottom to top, we all know the number one answer that the listeners chose was ultimately Wishes as the number one nighttime Disney experience. However, some of the things that went out in the first round and second round, whatnot, were highly voted upon. Some of the stuff that, we had that went on was low voted upon. So I thought it would be kind of fun to go through the list and see how they ranked them 1 through 16. All right, now this is overall, everyone voting, okay? So the number 16 answer, any guesses? What was the one that they voted least?
Osborne.
It's a good guess. That's what I would have figured. No,
Oh, no.
Trader Sam's.
that's exactly right.
Oh,
It's exactly right.
Trader
What's the one
Sam's.
you had to drink?
No kidding.
Trader Sam's was voted 16th. Not one person voted it the number one attraction. It had the most votes for the number 16th.
Interesting.
Experience.
Okay.
Any guesses on number 15?
Osborne.
Nope.
Damn. Really?
So let's give Eli the second shot at this. Anyone want to jump him in line? Or
Osborne Festival of Lights.
he already chose that, and I just said no.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
electrical water pageant.
Lee's got it right. Electrical water pageant.
That was my second one. Shit, damn.
The number at 14?
We're at 14. Any guesses?
Disneyland Forever.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I was about to guess Osborne again. But they put that... Oh,
I got to jump you now because
Keep doing that. You're guaranteed to be right at once, at least once.
Well, I'm not voting Osborne next, so I don't know what the heck.
you got to. You're going to be right one of the times.
Broken clocks works at
a broken clock
is
works
right twice a day.
There you go.
Could not get that out. 13. Eli's done the best at this thus far.
Happily ever after.
No.
Cars Land.
Cars Land, right?
Nope. That's not right.
Main Street.
Nope.
Damn.
Osborne.
Happy Hollow Wishes.
Oh, wow.
For the 13th spot. So thus far, 16 Trader Sam's, 15 Electrical Water Pageant, 14 Disneyland Forever, 13 Happy Hollow Wishes, 12 would be...
Main Street Electric Parade.
Nope.
Osborne.
Nope.
Watercolor.
Nope.
Where the hell did they put Osborne?
Yeah, it should
That's
be.
what this is about. Where does Osborne fit on this list?
But you know what? Osborne could be like the mediocrity. It's going to be right in the middle. No one hates it, but no one loves it.
Boo to you.
Nope.
Damn.
Anybody else guessing number 12?
Cars Land.
That's exactly right, Kirk.
Cars
Land. Yeah, Cars Land. That blew my mind.
That's surprisingly low.
That is surprisingly low. And again, that to me is like, wow. I mean, I don't know. Is this just not too many people have experienced it? Mostly Disney World people voting? I don't know. It doesn't deserve to be that low, but...
I mean, it's like, would I pick Osborne over Cars Land? That's the question in my head.
Yeah, because someone obviously did.
Yeah, enough did.
All right, so what's next? So this is 11 or 12?
The point, like, if I can give you the score, like, I don't know exactly how these figures add up, but I mean, the Cars Land vote was 7.52. Happy Hollow Wishes was 7.5. That's how
close.
That's how close it was.
2.
All right.
All right, what is number 11?
Osborne.
That's exactly right. Osborne!
Damn it!
Stole it from Osborne right. Good job. I thought
right
for
in the
sure
middle.
Kevin would get that right at some point.
I was doubting it.
Stole it from you.
I thought it was like third place.
You just talked about it, too.
know.
Oh,
I was going
man.
to say it, but I figured Kevin earned it.
All right.
You got a good point. You got a good point, Kirk.
All right, so now let's start off and let's do the top 10, but let's work way top from bottom. And everyone gets one guess apiece, and once you guess, then I'll just move on instead of just shout.
Osborne.
So what would be, we know number 1 is Wishes, what would be the number 2 nighttime attraction as chosen by the listeners?
World Showcase.
That is not it.
Paint the Night.
That is not it.
Oosh.
Pandora.
Not it.
Who to you?
Nope.
Really?
Oh,
The number 2 answer is chosen by the listeners, Main Street Electrical Parade.
Really? Wow.
get out of town.
Wow.
Dude,
How is that even possible?
because that was iconic, man. I mean, that was like the big
It
thing
is,
for
but
the
it's-
longest time.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
I mean, there are
Yes.
people out there that are older than us that are looking at this and voting, or people who were kids when that was and fond memories of being there with their parents. I mean, I'm with you. Yeah, it wouldn't be my number 2 experience, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I see Main Street Electrical when I'm walking, around, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I sit there for about 5 minutes, and then I move on.
Dude, I thought I was alone in that. I did the exact same thing. The coolest thing is Pete's Dragon. I want to see Pete's Dragon, and that's about
that's
it.
true. Yeah.
All right, number 3.
World Showcase.
No.
Dang it.
Who to you?
Nope.
Illuminations.
Nope.
World of Color.
Nope. The number 3 nighttime experience is Fantasmic in Disneyland.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay.
Because it did advance to the finals, guys.
I'll give it to them.
Damn, we're just having fun guessing now. I forgot about the multiverse
Yeah,
bracket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Who do they think number 4?
Who to you?
Oh.
Nope. No boo to you.
Well, World of Color.
No World of Color.
Paint the Night.
Not Paint the Night.
Illuminations.
That's right. Illuminations.
yeah.
Eli got one.
There you go.
Score 1 for Eli. All right. I'm going to keep score here. So Eli got 1. Number 5.
Paint the Night.
No.
World
World
Showcase.
Showcase.
Would you say?
World Showcase.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Both wrong.
Dang.
World of Color.
Kirk got a point. Good job, Kirk.
Hey.
World of Color was number 5.
Wow.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason at this point.
It's
World of
alright.
Color is a good show. I could see that.
It is, but it's like, as much people talk about how much they love Epcot, it's their favorite park. I love World Showcase, Drink Around the World, all this stuff. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't up higher. That's all I'm saying.
Paint the Night, look, it got a lot of good responses at number 1, but it was another one just kind of like Fantasmic where it petered off. Fantasmic had the most. Paint the Night, I think, had the second most, maybe, or the third. I can't remember. But Paint the Night was up there. It's just that, there again, like everybody who was in Disneyland who experienced it and saw it and loved it and voted it number 1. And then a bunch of people who never saw it, I bet, never experienced it or didn't feel qualified. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just didn't feel qualified to judge it. So because of that, it ultimately came in later than what it did. So what are we at? We're at 6.
Happily Ever After. No, Paint the Night. Paint the Night.
No.
Pandora?
No.
No.
You sure? That's a great
That's on the list.
night. Did you not cry when the came out in the sky?
Paint the
They said did. Yeah, no.
Ever After.
Yeah,
Just rip it off my piss mask.
the Osborne spectacle of
holy that was good. Happily Ever After.
No. Did everyone guess? Kirk, you guessed?
World of Color.
No. That was already guessed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that was the 5th one.
All right, so what was it? 6.
Well, I was hoping he would get it because he keeps yelling "Boo to you," and that was it. The "Boo to you" parade.
Boo to you. Boo to you.
Number 6. Number 7.
Paint the Night? 7?
No, not 7.
Oh,
Paint the Night.
God.
World Showcase.
No, not World Showcase at 7.
Pandora.
Not Pandora at 7.
Damn.
Killing me.
Kirk, you're the only one who hadn't guessed, right?
Happily Ever After.
That's right. Happily Ever After is the number
Yay.
7 attraction at night. 2 points for Kirk.
So we got 3 left.
3 left. 8, 9, and 10. What is the number 8 attraction?
Paint the Night.
That's absolutely right. Kevin's on the
Oh,
board.
finally. Number 8. Wow.
I know. It's scary, huh?
It is scary.
Number 9.
Pandora.
No.
What?
Showcase.
That's it. Eli gets a
Oh,
point.
man.
Got to get
And
that.
then Pandora.
And then Lee gets the last point.
That's smooth. That was smooth. It was gonna be Pandora.
I was writing them down as we were going along.
Leave it to the auditor to figure that one out.
I was scratching about 2, but I was waiting for Danny to get to that. But you beat the punch. There you go.
So the score is Kevin's got a point, Lee's got a point, Eli's got 2 points, Kirk got 2 points.
Oh,
right.
sweet. Look at that.
There you go.
It's pretty cool.
Damn it! If only I said Pandora.
There's nothing on here really that I would say, it's not worth even looking at. You know, I mean, it's all good stuff. Like, there's nothing on this list that's like, that's a waste of time.
Well, I like the fact that the listeners got a chance to get their piece in there. Yeah, they got their piece in there. That was very beautiful.
If you want, we can do a tiebreaker between Kirk and Eli real quick.
Okay, real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. All right, there are 2 attractions on this listing that got 0 votes
Oh.
as being the number 1 attraction. 2.
Zero?
0, not one number 1 vote. They got maybe 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, but no one voted them to be number 1. Yes, 2. Name 1.
It's on this right here.
It's one of the 16. I mean, 2 of the 16.
So this is between Kirk and Eli. All right. Who has a vote? Which one did not get any votes?
0.
Got to ruminate on this one.
Trader Sam's.
There you go.
Oh, that is some bullshit.
Now, I thought I mentioned that earlier.
That's because there's nothing going on with it, and there's drinking involved, and drinking can be fun.
I bet you'll never guess what the other 0 was.
See, I was going to guess Osborne Lights, but
No.
Disneyland Forever?
Nope. Pandora.
Oh, Pandora, really?
I would have never guessed
0
Pandora.
votes.
Wow.
0 for Pandora.
At number 1,
0 number 1 vote.
it was nobody's number 1.
Even Electrical Water Pageant got 1 vote, I think.
Interesting.
Do we know how many people voted?
Overall? Oh, God, no. I don't remember.
Thousands.
Yes.
Thousands, millions of people voted.
I don't remember where we cut it off at or what it was at. I just tabulated the numbers.
We broke Survey Monkey.
So many.
In the first 2 days, we were over 50. I know that.
Yeah, so this was a lot of fun, and I'm glad all the MOWICAN Tribe got a chance to get up on this.
I'm glad they participated.
Yeah, and they voted and everything else. So we love doing these things with the listeners, and it's a lot of fun just to see what they think. If you want to be part of the fun, man, we're about to tell you how to get involved with us in just a little bit. Well, we hope you enjoyed that romp through the best nighttime Disney experience. If you want to learn more about us, the Magic Our Way podcast, you can go to magicourway.com. That is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. You can also get in touch with us through the following ways. You can shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com. Leave us a voicemail via SpeakPipe or call or send us a text message at 1-815-MOWICAN. That is 1-815...
Kevin be romping.
669-6969-6969. No, seriously. 1-815-669-4226. And we got a couple guys who do things outside of podcasts. First of all, we got Eli.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here, Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino. Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory, what a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you. I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com. If you're not doing that, you're missing out. You're missing out. The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself, and you know the story. It's all about the glory. Congrats to you and all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics. Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru. Eli Ivory, the whole package. Deadpool said to. Do it. ivorycomics.com right now. Liefeld out.
As usual, you can always visit the ivorycomics.com website, where you always get a link to this podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also find me on Facebook, Eli H. Ivory, as long as you're a real person, not a bot. It's cool. Always going to give you the like. Project Geisha has a Facebook page, so just go to facebook.com/Project Geisha. You'll find some art over there. Instagram, you can find me over there too, posting up likes and thumbs up and hearts and all that good stuff. I know I've been giving some love to some of the fans out there, so you can find me there at eivory504, and of course on Twitter, I can be found at Hancock10166. So if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. I'm smiling really good right now.
He's glad.
I'm very glad.
And look, if you want to go experience any of these experiences, or most of these experiences, because some of them are extinct, you can do so through Lee of Magical Moments Vacations. Lee, what's up?
Just give me a call at 832-431-1621. That's 832 832
I don't know if anyone will get that joke because I don't know if it happened on the show, but it's funny.
You can email me at lee@magicourway.com. Check out the Facebook page at facebook.com/LostToVegaTravel. Instagram, you can find me at You Got a Friend in Lee Travel. And if you do any of that, we'll get you hooked up and booked up with no.
That's Vika. I was trying to figure out how to do that. I was like, I can't follow. Vika. Crazy.
Next time Kirk's here, he'll give you lessons.
No, thank you.
And speaking of Kirk, when's the next time we can catch you in the Pirates?
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Is there any place you want the listeners to find you?
We're in our lovely podcast group, Magic Our Way, Pleasure Island.
33. You got to do that 33 times.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on again, Kirk. We may have you on soon.
Oh, good Lord. It's a lovely time. Now Danny can relax.
I can relax. Eli's going to relax with me. We're going on vacation.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Ballin'.
Gregory Hines, Billy Crystal.
Shine Sweet
Running
Freedom.
Scared.
Shine sweet freedom.
Fish.
In addition, y'all, there are so many ways to support the show as a whole, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to take a second and thank you for being a listener, and we love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome to Magic Our Way Podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, we say Kwaherini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm on vacation.
Magic out!
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still somehow end up with tacos.
Licorice.
Love it.
Hey, this is Kevin from the